Thank you for joining us for this introductory video to ASNA Wings. ASNA Wings provides a fast, extensible way to create web-based user interfaces for your existing RPG applications. This video provides a high-level overview of Wings' core concepts and capabilities. This session aims to provide you with a basic understanding of what Wings does and how it does it. Other videos in this series provide even more detail about ASNA Wings. Let's jump right in and take a look at the challenges that Wings resolves for you. Wings transforms dreary green screens like the one shown here into powerful, extensible web user interfaces like this. The cosmetics, including colors and images, are easily customizable to match your corporate colors and look and feel. Once Wings has modernized the display, you can add new functionality and cosmetics to its presentation layer. In this example, an image of the customer and a bar chart of the page's sales data has been added. Charts, Excel export, web service integration, images, colors, corporate design elements, and many other customizations are possible. Wings provides a standard HTML5 web page, and any conventional web development technique can be used to enhance these pages. Let's take a look at Wings' benefits. Wings extends the value and capabilities of your existing RPG applications and does so without needing to make changes to your existing line of business RPG apps. Chances are your RPG apps have been providing business value for your organization for years. They do the core things your business needs, but now you need more. Wings helps you get more out of them and also provides a groundwork on which you can build extensions and enhancements to your application, again, without changing or adding to the existing RPG. You get results quickly with Wings. It's easy to use, requires no heavy upfront design and analysis. You simply point and click your way to a better RPG user interface. Using Wings requires no formal training and enables you to produce results and a tangible ROI in hours, not weeks or months. The Wings UI is built with industry-standard web techniques. These same time-tested development and design techniques are used to further enhance and modify the Wings display. Wings apps are browser-based and work in IE, Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Your users will appreciate being able to use your IBMI apps alongside the other browser-based apps they use. With ASNA Wings, your RPG apps won't be the odd app out. They will look and behave like they belong with the other applications your staff uses. Wings derives its new user interface by translating a display file's DDS specifications and rules into a browser-based display. Wings translation agents transform the original DDS definition source into an HTML5-based alternative. You'll notice that while the screen has a modern, fresh look and is mouse and on tablets touch capable, there is a high level of fidelity between the original display and the new Wings display. Inputs and outputs are generally where they were, and for existing users, little or no training is required for them to be proficient with the new Wings displays very quickly. Wings includes ASNA's browser-based emulator, bterm. bterm works on either desktop browsers or Android, Apple, and Windows tablets. On these tablets, bterm provides a custom touch-enabled keyboard displayed with a simple swipe action. This keyboard provides the functions needed to operate IBMI apps with fingertips. Wings also gracefully renders its modernized displays on both desktops and tablets. With either bterm or Wings modernized displays, Wings is a great way to provide your users with portable workstations for your IBMI back-office apps. For example, this type of device is great for roving medical professionals, for realtors busy out in the field, or supervisors in a manufacturing facility. Let's dig a little deeper into how Wings works. Wings produces a Microsoft ASP.NET application which manages the display of your RPG application's presentation layer. This application is deployed on a Windows web server in your network. At runtime, the RPG's display file data is redirected to Wings display files hosted in the ASP.NET presentation layer. The Wings displays are transparent to the RPG program, so transparent that it continues to operate exactly as it used to. The only change made to the RPG program is a single continuation line added to its workstation file declaration. More on this in a moment. After Wings has imported your display files, you can, at any time, further enhance them functionally and cosmetically, adding even more power and cosmetic improvements over the Wings out-of-the-box user experience. The enabler for Wings is IBM's Open Access RPG Edition. Open Access is a freely available IBM I API that enables display file data to be intercepted at a very low level. This API is safe, secure, and performant. The Open Access API is a low-level RPG file redirection API. It's just an enabler. You won't write any code that works directly against the API, so don't let the term API be off-putting. Generally, Open Access can be used to intercept any RPG file data, but in Wings' case, it uses Open Access to intercept workstation file data. Open Access is a no-charge feature, and it is included free with IBM I. Open Access works with ILE RPG. COBOL and RPG 400 do not work with Open Access. This Open Access constraint underscores the importance of bterm, ASNA's browser-based emulator included with Wings. With Wings, any display that you don't or can't modernize displays gracefully to the user in bterm. For RPG 400 programs, you could easily use convert RPG source, the IBM I provided command, to convert those RPG source members to ILE RPG for compiling a compatible ILE program object for Open Access. Note that this is purely a compile step. You don't have to modify the generated ILE RPG when you do this. Open Access works with IBM I v6r1 and higher. It's available as a PTF for v6r1, and it's in the box for v7r1 and higher. Let's take a look at Wings and how it moves display file data between the Wings UI and the RPG program. To use an RPG program with Wings, you must register the Wings Open Access API handler with that RPG program. This is done through the addition of the workstation file continuation line shown in red here. After adding this line, you recompile the RPG program. Except for the workstation file continuation line, no other changes need to be made to your RPG. We'll take a look at how Wings flows workstation file data in just a moment, but let's do a review of how workstation file data flowed between the RPG program and the display station in the traditional manner. In the old days, the RPG program wrote data to fields in the display file record format, and then wrote the display file record formats using either execute format or write. That write operation would then send the workstation file data out of the RPG program and on its way to the workstation controller through IBM APIs. At this point, the IBM I operating system directs the workstation file data to the workstation controller, which then emits that display data as a 5250 data stream. That 5250 data stream is then sent to a 5250 terminal or a terminal emulator for display. When the operator presses the enter key or a function key, the data is sent back to the same path. So that's the way things used to be. Let's take a look at the way they work with Wings. Wings does things a little differently, as you might expect. As before, the RPG program writes data to the fields in the display file record format. And as before, it then writes the display file record formats using either execute format or write. Because IBM I knows the RPG program is registered with Open Access, through the Open Access API, the display file data is routed to the Wings Open Access handler. This handler is a program object provided by ASNA that is installed on your IBM I when you install Wings. The Wings Open Access handler then emits a Wings display file data set. This is the display file's field and indicator values. This data is addressable by field name for later customization purposes. There is no traditional 5250 data stream with ASNA Wings. The Wings display file data set is then passed on to the Wings UI. The Wings UI fulfills the traditional indicator-driven contract between a display and an RPG program. For example, if an indicator was used to position a cursor in the original display, Wings fulfills that contract by also conditionally placing the cursor in the field when that indicator is on. The underlying pipeline that moves the display file data between the RPG program and the Wings display is provided by the Wings framework. When the operator presses the enter key or a function key, the data is sent back to the RPG program over this same path. Now, existing RPG display file rules, which are usually driven by RPG indicators, are persisted with ASNA Wings. For example, if indicator 40 conditions cursor positioning on the legacy green screen, that indicator also controls cursor positioning in the new Wings browser-based user interface. Wings has full fidelity with the RPG display file indicator-driven contract. Let's take a look at the Wings runtime components. The Wings presentation layer is a Microsoft ASP.NET website. It is deployed on a Windows web server connected on the same network to the IBM I. There is nothing to install on client devices, which include desktop browsers such as Chrome, IE, Firefox, and Safari, and Apple, Android, and Windows 8 tablets. We're very proud of Wings. We think it can do great things for you and your RPG applications. To recap, Wings is standard-based. Its ASP.NET model is well known and easy to customize. Wings provides the foundation on which you can build great additional applications. For example, you can easily create ASNA Visual RPG or VB or C# standalone browser-based apps that mimic the look and feel of your Wings apps and further extend the capabilities and functionality of your RPG applications. And Wings gets you results quickly. It doesn't require any upfront design or analysis. It lets you achieve a tangible ROI and get results quickly. You can modernize your first set of display files in an afternoon. For more information, you can read more about Wings at asna.com/wings. You can see other Wings videos at asna.com/us/products/wings/videos, or you can contact us by email at contactsales@asna.com. Thank you very much for your time, and remember that you can learn more about ASNA Wings with our other ASNA Wings videos.